Hey y'all, Matt here with Crafted Branch Homestead. Sorry, I was trying to get the orientation right on the camera. I thought I was going to be able to do it the other way, but I haven't gotten that figured out quite yet. Well, still fighting with the camera. Hopefully better than last week though. I was hoping to get it in landscape, but I'll figure that out at some point. Anyways, looks like there's a couple people here, so it's good to see y'all. Hi, I'm Matt with Crafted Branch Homestead. And what we're doing here is we're come to you from our southwest home here in New Mexico in our urban homestead. We are on about a little less than a quarter-acre plot where we are trying to push our skills here to their max to kind of remove ourselves from the system a little bit, to get closer to the food chain, eat some healthy food, as well as learn very valuable skills. You're going to hear a lot of things like the rooster over here, the quail rooster. You're probably going to hear some music that some cars are playing over here, and emergency vehicles or whatnot. We are definitely in a very urban area, so you're going to have to put up with some of that. My purpose here with this chat is kind of get to know everyone that watches some of my stuff and see what you like. I'd like to share some of my successes as well as failures or opportunities to learn with some gardening things, some building things, as well as just, being prepared for life. So we got some of that going. I'd like also to share in some of your successes and some things other people have going on. It looks like there's a little bit in the chat here. Let's see, I'm trying to have my computer here where I can maybe read some of these easier. There we go. CDD. Good to see you. And I know you have a success as well. I believe you have a baby lovebird that's 5 weeks old that you hatched from an egg, so that's pretty cool. That's definitely a success. Today we shared in some successes and failures as well. We've been struggling this year, as many people have, with our garden and our crops just because of the overwhelming heat and whatnot. We finished harvesting some of our corn, and we got a good amount this year, much better than we have previous years. Now we were waiting on some of it to finish up growing and to harvest it, and with all this heat I kept watering and watering, and I think I overwatered it a little bit. So there was some success there. There's also some learning opportunities not to jump in and do too much of that. And so let's see. All right, cool. Well, today I wanted to do a little bit of an update on the Linola Ranch cage here. And so we'll get into that since that's what we did last stream. It's been going great. I really love this cage. I do, and it looks like someone else popped in. Hey, good to see you, man. All right, cool. There's a couple people on. I was going to do a little update. This cage actually works out really well. The eggs roll out. It's been a huge help to have the boys and family help me out with feeding them and watering them. A few things I would change on it is some longer sides and a different watering system that doesn't get pinched. So those are some things in upcoming videos I'm going to address. But this stream is not really about the quail, although I'm coming to you from the Quail Shack. So in this stream, I actually wanted to talk about a few things, and some of the heat today really is, I've been thinking, and the heat recently I've been thinking a lot, and I know they've been talking in the news a lot about power outages or some different things like that. I know last year in Texas that happened, and with this extreme heat and the taxing on the system, it's never a bad idea to have some of those things thought about. And so actually, part of the stream today is I got in our first little solar generator. Now I have a few things I've done with solar already. We have a solar system back here I built for the chickens that powers a water pump, an actuator, 8 different lights. I think that's all that's on that right now, and that's working great, and I've learned how to build that. Hey, who's that? Let's see. Homestead, where you are, welcome. Good to see you. And then everyone, a couple people in here. It's good to see you guys. We built that solar system. I built a little $65 solar power station, and I did a video on that, and that's what's currently powering the lights that are on in here right now. I'm going to be powering this up. But I got on a flash sale a Blue Yeti generator. Now, if you know anything about solar, it can be extremely expensive, especially these power stations or generators, whatever you want to call them. This is a great introduction for beginners. I got it on a flash sale for under $200. Killer steal. I think it's normally about $253. And so this is something I'm going to use camping, and we're going to use around the house. I'm going to have a couple videos I want to do on specific uses for it. It also is a UPS, or uninterrupted power supply. So those people that have sleep apnea or machines at night, maybe you have insulin that needs to be in a little refrigerator or something like that, having an uninterrupted power supply is a great thing to do. So if your power does go out just because of who knows what, you know, whether it be rolling brownouts or longer, that can kick on and help out. So, I haven't unboxed this yet, and this isn't a review on it. I have nothing to do with Bluetti, I just bought it. This isn't a review on it, it's just my unboxing on it, so I kind of wanted to show it. This is their brand new thing on the market. Extremely affordable. It's the BluettiEB3A power station. Weighs about 10 pounds. This thing is 200 and say, let's see, got someone else here, No Parts Garage. Hey, how are you? Good to see everybody here. And so this is a 268 watt hour power station, which isn't huge, but it does have a 600 watt pure sine inverter in it. It has a app that you can control this thing on your phone. It has the uninterrupted power supply, like I said. And so I'm going to go ahead and unbox this and show it. Now this thing can be plugged into the wall. It uses just a normal power cord. The charging unit on this one is internal, so there's no noise to that. I haven't opened it yet. I've just read a lot of reviews. It is a cool little unit. So I just wanted to show this today. Alright, so this is the entire thing. And so now this isn't going to power, you know, your refrigerator or something big like that. What this will power is lights. It will charge your phone, your laptop. Like I said, it can keep a sleep apnea machine or something like that on. I want to use it to power one of those small little 12-volt refrigerators, kind of novelty ones. You can put like 4 soda cans in or whatnot to keep some antibiotics and things in, as well as for camping and whatnot. You can also do one of those 12-volt little hot lunch boxes. You can steam and cook rice with those. You can actually even overclock the inverter to allow it to run larger items, like to boil water with a tea kettle or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show this, and it can be charged 3 ways. At the bottom here is where we charge, and so you can charge this with your normal computer plug there. Looks like, let's see. They're pretty cool. This is a beginner unit. Yeah, definitely suggest looking into it. It's good just to have around. You never know, you know, when you might need a little bit of extra power, but this thing for 200 bucks, you really can't beat everything it can do. So anyways, you can charge it here by the wall. I can plug in solar. It has a solar cord that's coming, that's on back order. I got one off Amazon, I think for 15 bucks. And this will plug into my solar panels that I have elsewhere. So I can go ahead and connect those right into that cord, plug that in here. It takes about an hour and a half to charge up this entire unit, so you can do that extremely quickly. And what it does is it has the buttons here to turn it on. So I got my 12-volt AC up here. This you can plug in either, you know, the cigarette lighter type. It has 2 of these 10A ports. You've got the USB ports and a USB-C. It also has wireless charging on top for your phone or whatever you want to set on there. Over here we have a light, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. You can see this one's got a great interface. It actually connects to your phone as well, and so I can turn on the light. Woo! Sorry there. And turn that off. I can, let's see, as SOS mode. And then you'll turn on the different individual things. I'm going to do a full review video on this, but I just kind of wanted to show it off, mainly so I have something to talk about in the live stream, unless anyone had questions or anything like that. I see some of you are saying hi to each other. That's awesome. That's really what I want to do, is help build a community. Matt's Quail Shack mag, if you will. mutual assistant group, and that's just so we can help each other out, learn skills. If anyone needs seeds or anything like that, we can get those to them. Anyways, this is actually my favorite part of this. My thermometer is reading 94 degrees right now. It got up to, I think, 106 in here earlier today, and it is very hot. So I'm going to test this thing out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and I'm going to turn on the pure sine inverter, so I'm going to be using the 110 power here. So I got that turned on. It's only at 63% right now. That's right out of the box, so not bad. This is my favorite part because I'm going to try to plug some things in. First thing I got is the household fan. Now, if power goes out and you don't have your AC or whatnot, I know, like, California is talking about doing rolling black outages. As hot as it is here lately, it really wouldn't surprise me if things go down. Texas had grid down, so it's backup. I talk about that. It's going to have practical use, camping and those things as well. But it's always good to have some things on hand, you know, just in case. I think that's just wisdom. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. We're going to turn on the unit. It turns itself off automatically. And I'm going to plug the fan in here and see if we can get that going. So let me turn this on. And this is just one of these oscillating fans. Here we go. And we'll see if we can get that going. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I got the AC on. My fan's turning on. That is awesome. It looks like here this particular fan is using only 43 watts. That's awesome. This thing will, you know, I can go up to the 600 watts there, and I can actually even let it go to 1200 if I do it through the app. So that's awesome. That is making it much cooler in here already. I have something else I want to plug in and try. Now, again, it's not a review video, so I'm not going to be going into too many specifics, but I'm going to light here. So this has two of these boards. There we go. And oh, this is one of the heat bulbs from one of the grow bulbs from when we were doing our little sprouts. So that's why it's that color there. I thought it was just a regular bulb, but yeah, so we got that. I'll leave that off, but we can power that up. And I also have, just to show, you know, if you need to charge your batteries, so I have just a little battery charger here. You could use that. 10 pounds. I mean, throw that in your car. It's got the lithium iron phosphate battery, the LiFePO 4, so this thing can run in extreme temperatures. Absolutely silent, cool. That's a great investment, you know, for the $200 I paid. I think this thing's really going to come in handy. So I'm just going to let that sit there, power this fan while we talk for the rest of it. Let's see, I'll go back to chat here. I'm looking at my computer, so you have to excuse me. Alright, we got a couple people in here. It looks like 6 people in here. That's awesome. It's good to see everyone. So this, I actually got off of Bluetti itself. I'll try and find the link and I'll do a review video and I'll post that. I got it during their Prime Day sale, and it was kind of one of those lightning sales. I think it normally sits at about $250. So right in there. 268 watt hours isn't huge. I still am building another solar system. They are expensive, so it's taking me time to build up those resources. But like everything we're doing here on our homestead, our backyard urban homestead, we're doing to build the skills really. You can watch as many YouTube videos as you want, read as many books as you want on gardening, on animal husbandry, or you know, rainwater collecting, let's see, building the solar system, a ton of different things. But without practicing these skills, you're really going to be at a loss. And I learn that more and more as I practice them and as I go about it and run into problems, that you really need to be doing the things. And so what we're trying to do here is develop those skills, push ourselves to our max here, so that way sometime when we maybe have some land or whatnot, I'm a little bit ahead. I've also tried to gather resources, so slowly buying parts to the solar system, panels and things like that, over time as I can. So there's a few people in here. We did our quick little unboxing of the Blue Yeti. Today, let's see, I wanted to go over a little bit what has been going on today. So me and my wife picked the rest of that corn. A lot of it was moldy. We learned a lot of things with that. So we went through the process of that, swam with the boys and enjoyed the day. I had a friend come over that I haven't seen in years actually, so that was a blessing today. We got to hang out with him for a minute, and so that was a lot of fun. So that's really what's going on here. I'm slowly building the Quail Shack and getting it finished up. I put some new doors on it today, and so that's fun. Looks like there's 5 people here, and I don't know if anyone has any successes that you guys have had, or anything going on with you you'd like to celebrate here with us. I always want to open up to that as well. And so I do plan on doing these live streams probably every Saturday about this time. That seems to be working out. Maybe get a little more specific in what they are, and in teaching I'm kind of feeling out right now how to do the live streams and what people are interested in. But it's good to see everyone here. Let's see, I got some flies. Apologize, but yeah. And so let's see what else has been going on. It has been hot here. It has been extremely hot. So we've been battling the heat. I've only been able to work for a few hours during the day on different things. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream today. It's a real short one. Just wanted to show a few things. Hey, thanks. Oh, you know what? I actually do want to take you guys somewhere and show you 2 different things. We'll show you the doors to the shack that I put on. I got to show everyone these Snake Gourds. It's getting dark. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this little generator so I can use that light if I need. We're going to go on a little field trip here. For anyone still on, come with me, and I got a few things to show you before we end tonight's short stream. Alright. We'll come out here, and I'll show you what I've been doing with the Quail Shack here. Excuse the noises. So, we put a screen door on it here, and I've just been building the doors. That's what we got done here today. And then come with me, I want to show you these Snake Gourds. Hey, it's Rebecca Touched by Yarn, I think I saw. Good to see you. Alright, so let me see if I can figure out how to flip the camera. There we go. And we'll go on a quick little field trip here in the dark. I had to put that screen door on with all these flies. So I know you can't see anything right now. I'll get the light going here in a minute. I gotta show you something I think is neat out here in the garden. Okay, let me set the camera here and I'll go grab that light. If you're still there, just hang with me for a minute. I'll show you something cool. Okay, so I got my little power unit here. I'm going to use this light. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, let me see how well we can see. That is a snake gourd. That is 2 snake gourds right there. And I'll go stand by them just so you can see how big those are. These plants are awesome. Oh no. Oh, we lost that camera. Let's see. All right. Let me show you a couple others. Alright, so I don't know if you can see, but there's 3 others of these snake gourds hanging out here. These things taste amazing. They grow prolifically. They really don't take a lot of water. They are huge, yeah. Aren't they awesome? They look out-of-worldly. These are awesome. You can make didgeridoos out of them when they dry. But let's do a quick little look through there. Alright, let me flip this camera around. How do they taste? Oh, they taste great. Let's see. We're going to head back to the Quail Shack, I think is what we're going to do. So they taste, when they're bigger, they are a little bit tougher. They're definitely easier to eat when they're smaller. When they're bigger, you need to grill them up. They taste kind of like the cross between a zucchini and a cucumber, I guess. Something like that in that family. When they're smaller, they actually reminded me of green apple a little bit, but they grow really, really easily. I don't know what those noises are behind me there in the neighborhood, but there's urban stuff going on, so you'll hear all kinds of things. Okay. Let me flip that camera back around. Okay. Yeah, I put kind of barn doors on them. I just wanted that for look, really. I put a 3-foot door on there as well. A fan going again. So it's to hold everything. So let me see what's in chat here. You know, I had never seen them before either. I actually got them from Papa Pepper. Got a lot of my plants from that guy. I guess, well, while I'm talking about him, just give a little shout out there. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. What I like most about Papa Pepper is he removes himself from the world. He really does. However, he is still, he knows what's going on, and I think he's really wise in things. The way he approaches things is not like I really have heard from many people before. And so it's a great channel. Check him out. Over Papa Pepper. He also has his spiritual food, forethought. Great channels to check out. And so I do highly suggest those, and that's where I got those seeds from. So I'll be showing some more videos with them. I have a couple cooking videos with them as well. Great plant, really good. And I think I'm going to be doing that with some of those Jerusalem artichokes in a video to come here. Let's see. Rebecca touched by yarn. Do you have any question? Yeah. How expensive is the food for the quail? Okay, yeah, so I'll talk about their food a little bit. First, my goal is to grow the food for the quail and the chicken. I want to grow sorghum, wheat, corn. I breed mealworms, and then some other things. So that is what I'm trying to get to. Right now, I'm just buying food from the store because it's easiest. So what I'm using for the quail is a mixture. I do 2 parts layer feed, chicken layer feed, 16% calcium, and 1 part game bird feed, 30% protein. I also add in crushed eggshells and a little bit of food-grade diatomaceous earth. So the layer feed right now, excuse me, is going up in price, definitely. I get that for about $18 a bag, and then the game bird feed's closer to $22 a bag. So when I grab that, let's see, I'm looking at $48, probably about $50 to get 75 pounds. That goes in the trash can back here and mixes up with everything else. So about $50 fills this, and that's going to last me a month and a half, maybe a little bit more. I do give my birds, like I said, the mealworms that I raise. They get some of that as well as some bugs and some other things to help supplement. Quail are extremely messy, so the biggest thing with them on the cost of food, I think, is being able to keep that mess down by what types of feeders you give them, and that waste down. Sorry. So that's kind of a constant thing there. It's really not too expensive. It's pretty affordable. With these new feeders here on this Winola cage, that it's really been saving me a lot of money there. Now I have about 25 birds, so 25 birds, $50 for a month and a half for their food isn't too bad. Prices are going up on that, and so that's part of why I want to get them to an all organic grown food as well. You'll have to excuse some of the noises. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that where we're at here on this land. What I can do is learn how to grow corn for the animals efficiently. I can learn how to grow the wheat, the sorghum, and raise the mealworms and things. Now, if our goal is to get a large chunk of land someday in the future, years off probably, but and so when I do that, I want to be able to know what I need to grow and how much of it to feed the animals. Quail are awesome. Just a little side note, because you could take them from egg to table really in about 8 weeks, or egg to laying eggs in about 8 weeks. So extremely fast. So depending on how you're raising them, it can be done affordably, definitely. Let's see. The chickens and quail do get along. That's a funny question. So actually, this is something else I kind of thought was interesting too. I knew I was going to be getting new chickens, and we introduced 4 new chickens into the flock. That can always be a little interesting to do that, as they do set up pecking order. I accomplished it easily by, I actually introduced 4 of my quail to the chickens ahead of time. I let them out, kind of live with them, so they got used to other little birds being around. So it was taken off. The neighborhood cats come in, so you might hear chickens and things going nuts. We fight the neighborhood cat. He's the predator here. But anyway, so I warmed them up, the chickens up to the quail. They got along real well. They really don't mind them. They'll peck at them a little if they get too close or in their food, but besides that, they really didn't mind them. And then I removed those quail and introduced the chicken, and that really helped with that crossover. So chicken and quail get along great. They really do. You kind of need a little bit of separate setup somewhat, I guess, for them, but you can grow them together, definitely. Now, the only quail I use for food are ones I've raised off the ground, and that's just because I don't give them any dewormer or anything like that. Once again, because I use their droppings in the compost to give me an iron-rich compost for my beans and corn and things like that. And if I put the dewormer in the birds, that's going to go in the droppings, and that will go in the compost, and then that's going to break down that good life I want in the soil. So the only birds I use for eating are the ones that are in the cage. The ones on the ground I do not. Those can be used as, when it does come time to calling, can be used for dog food and things like that. And so the chickens as well, we don't plan on eating these ones. I do want to raise meat birds in the future, but for now, we're not eating these ones. I don't give them any type of dewormer or anything like that either. We just eat their eggs, and that's what we're doing for now, at least. Let's see. Oh, I got a retracted message. I'm not sure what happened there, but that's all right. Any other questions? So you got 4 people in here still. That's cool. 4 or 5 of you have stuck with me. That's awesome. I do promise these live streams will get better. I'm getting a little more comfortable with them, and I'm learning a little bit of technology and how that works. And I'm going to go to my wife probably to help me set up a format maybe a little bit so I can get them to flow a little bit better. And then if we're doing them with repetition, hopefully we can get a few more people on here. But it's good to see. I'm really glad for everyone that showed up to watch this, as well as for everyone that will watch the replay later. They're definitely enjoyable to do. My goal is definitely to spread some love, some celebration with people. Maybe teach skills or give hope or whatever it may be to enrich your life a little bit, as it does enrich mine as well. Loving that Blue Yeti. Yeah, no, I'm going to do a review on it probably this week and put one out. This thing, for the bang for buck, is awesome. It has features in it that I've watched from other reviews and stuff, but a lot of them, it's kind of hard to find. So it's a great starting point. So I'm going to do a review on this. Before summer's over, I'm going to do a DIY build on the solar system we're putting in here, and that's going to be a 100 watt-hour lithium-ion system, and it's going to power water pumps for a sink in the Quail Shack here, as well as a couple actuators and lights. It's going to power the incubator that I have in here that I'm currently building, and that's only a 60 watt, so not too bad. I got to figure out how to put this camera into landscape mode for these chats, because there's things going on around me that I would like to show. But I'm going to have to do just a live stream test someday or something where I can mess with things, or use these. Let's see here. They're going to be live for the first time Tuesday the 26th. There's a reason for it. If you want to find out, go to your channel. Oh, here, I need to show that to everyone. Most certainly, I'll go to your channel after this. I would like to find out why, and I'll be there. I'm assuming you have that posted. Let's see, I don't know what time that's going to be, but I'd love to be in your live stream, and especially if there's a reason for it, I'll have to go after this and find out what you're talking about there. Hopefully that's some good reason. You enjoyed the unboxing. Good, that's awesome. I'm trying to find something I can do in these live streams and show. I got this in, actually got in. One of those chickens is letting the other chickens know it's time for them to come in. I also actually got in an Alexa Pure Water Pro filter, and that was for a very specific reason as well. And so I will be doing a video on that here coming up as well. Let's see. Oh, cool. And so we got people or other people are going to watch Rebecca's stream. That's awesome. Yeah. So I know Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, actually had met over through Nick at Arizona Highlands streams. And that guy is awesome. If you have not checked out Nick's channel over at Arizona Highland, I highly suggest it. He is just an all-around good guy, friendly guy, it seems like, from his streams at least. Someone that I hope to meet in real life someday. There's a lot of good people out there. But I met Rebecca through his at least, and I remember you talking about doing some of these live streams. So I got to get over to your channel and check that out. I'm a little bit behind on watching everyone's stuff. I have missed a lot of videos. I do apologize. I am an outdoor person, and to get me inside is difficult. In the summer, you can ask any of my family. I am out here in the 110-degree weather building and doing those things, and that's what I enjoy doing. So, all right, awesome. This is enjoyable. I really enjoyed this stream here. Let's see. It's been about half an hour, and so thank you everyone for joining. I'm going to go ahead and cut this stream. I will be back here the same time next week for sure, as I'm also hoping to throw in another live stream during the week a little bit as well. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you, CDB, for showing up there, and Psych86. Love you guys. As well as Rebecca Touched by Yarn, and let's see, I actually can see the chat. No Parts Garage, if you're still here, good to see you. And Homestead, where you are. Everyone that showed up for this stream to view, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. It's good to see you. So you guys have a great week. Stay strong. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit the subscribe, the bell, all the notifications if you haven't, as I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos, as well as doing a lot more live streams in general. So you guys have a good one. Stay strong, do the things, practice the things, and we'll see you next time.